Hello, good evening, welcome back. I think my audio should actually be working this time. Check, okay. Last time was coming from the computer directly, so it didn't sound as good. But that should be addressed now. Okay, so it's a little bit earlier than before, which is good because I don't like staying up too late. And I'm gonna start by setting the Pomodoro timer for 25 minutes. Probably gonna be here for at least an hour. I don't know, however long it takes to get DynamoDB working. So the last time we were messing around with our Pomodoro backend here, we created a DynamoDB table using Terraform. So that's in AWS now, and then we were trying to figure out how to get this AWS SDK Swift working, which we kind of did. We got it compiling at least. And then we were stuck here. We were trying to use this AWS STS, I guess, to see if the authentication was working, but it was crashing. So let's see if we can see that again. It was crashing on launch, and I think it's because it was expecting for the environment variables to be set, but it wasn't. And to be honest, I don't know if I want to use this. I think we should just go directly for DynamoDB, but I might need a couple of different imports, and I still need to create a user, probably an IAM user that only has permissions to DynamoDB. It's either that or a role, but I don't think, I don't know what's best practice here. Let's see if that compiles. And while that's happening, I saw a very handy examples page here from AWS Doc SDK examples. And I was thinking maybe I can just copy this. Although it's building, right? Why is it taking so long? I was kind of also looking around the AWS SDK Swift repo. It looks like this person here, Josh, is like the main contributor. There's a couple of other folks that work on this repo as well. It looks like it's pretty active. It's a lot of issues. I was also considering seeing if I can address any of it, just to kind of work on open source stuff a little bit more. But it also looks like a lot. So really I just want my project to work. So a little bit more self-motivated purposes. Okay, and is this the issue? Error raised at top level. Is it running? What happened? Hello? Okay, we'll try that one more time. I'm not sure what is going on. What is this pre-concurrency? I've never seen that before. The biggest change, which aims to be a roadmap towards full, strict concurrency checking for a code. Wow, that sounds pretty nice. Okay, so here's the actual crash. Again, probably because of the credentials, yeah. Which is fine, because I didn't provide any. this should be super helpful. I'm liking the way Swift is moving in terms of concurrency. I think in other languages, I don't know, I'm thinking of maybe Elixir and maybe Bend. It might have a lot more nicer features, but I can't really compare myself because I don't really know Elixir or Bend. And Bend is super new. Although, to be fair, parallelization and concurrency are not exactly the same. You don't have to be concurrent to be parallel, I believe. You could be single-threaded and parallel, right? No? I don't know. Let's ask ChatGPT. Why am I typing? What's the difference between concurrency and parallelization?
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Stop, Siri. What's the difference between concurrency and parallelization? Did I say that right? That's always a hard word. Okay, so you can be concurrent with a single core processor, but parallelization you cannot do with the single core processor. I think I had that backwards. Doing things in... So you can do concurrency via parallelization, but you cannot parallelize. You cannot parallelize concurrent things. I don't. Oh, it's something like that. Either way, that's actually not too important with what we're doing here. Let's go back on topic. So here is the thing I wanted to try out. Really, this doesn't matter to, I mean, okay, how should we do this? I don't want to create table. I want to, maybe I want to put, do I want to put? And one thing, just to make sure I say it out loud, I am not using the Fluent library right now. The first step is just to figure out how to use this library. We'll use the Fluent library or later after figuring out how to do this. Let's make it very simple, just two things. So we take a movie. So when we add a movie, you... Oh no, I have to copy that. I have to copy get as item here. That will be part of movie. So you get the year and the title, and then the details I will ignore. So it's a lot simpler. It's just this now. What do? We pass in a movie. We have to make sure DDB client, DynamoDB client is initialized. It grabs the item, calls put item input, passing in a table name to make sure table name. Okay, cool. Table name's just a string, so I can say like we called our table main table, so that's fine. And then DynamoDB client. And then we'll just do this for now. I need to initialize this. Oh, here's the init. Cool. Is that all we need? Region. Here's the configuration. I think I mean, that's very thorough. I think it's still expecting me to put stuff into the environment variables, which is fine. One thing that I'm kind of surprised about, I was going to say I didn't expect this to work. I guess it didn't work. And that's because we need to probably do this. Let's save that. And now it's reloading. Doesn't look like anything really changed. Oh, right. Don't really need this. Comment this out because I need to fix this import first. I think it was still building. Whoops. Okay, so while that's building, if we can get DynamoDB up, I think I want to try to just make a couple of APIs with the authentication stuff. So I'm thinking of like 4 right now, just the simple CRUD operations: create, read, update, delete. And I'm thinking it could be fun to do like maybe like a to-do list. We can put like a this is kind of funny, but we can put like a to-do list in the Pomodoro so that when you log in, you grab your list of items. You get your list, and then you can create new to-do list items. You can update it to have like a new text or to mark it as complete. And you can delete it. I mean, pretty simple. But I think that will help with like basic functionality for the app. At some point, I'd like to do Swagger or some sort of API specs. I think that's gonna help a lot for development. And I never really figured that out. But eventually, let's see if I think I have notes here. Swagger specs would be good. If I do the basic DynamoDB stuff, right afterwards, I feel like I want to try to figure out how to do like a fluent DynamoDB driver. I think that would be pretty cool, just to be able to do it in the style that Vapor wants you to do it. It seems like that's what they recommend, or it's on their docs. It is on their docs, so they probably want you to do that. You know, use Fluent ORM. But then once that is done, or maybe even before that, I do want to make it so we can host our Lambda on the Swift backend, host our Swift backend in Lambda, so that it's like actually a serverless API. Then anyone, like if I give the app to anyone, they should be able to just run it and hit the actual APIs. Then we're really getting somewhere. It's like we got the serverless WebSockets up and running, and then we can get the serverless backend up, serverless authentication. Oh, it's running, right? My computer's going really slow. What's going on? What is this? Why is this 51 gigs? I'm using 31 gigs swap. That's not great. That's not good at all. Should I just force quit this? OBS is also a lot. Never seen that before. I wonder if that's a bug in Xcode. Also, why is chatgpt.com taking up a lot? That's weird. Let's close that, because that's ridiculous. Or is it because, what is this? I don't know, but let's quit it. That's way too much. It might be the ChatGPT app. There we go, finally. I'm not sure if that helped. I mean, it should. Okay, that's good enough for now. Okay, would be nice to have OBS on a different computer. But anyways, so this is actually running. That's good, that's good. Now for the real test. Let's see what happens. Okay then, it crashes. All right, so let's go to the next step, which is going to be creating an IAM user. And actually, oh, this is still running. Why is ChatGPT taking so much memory? For a web page, it takes 4 gigabytes. I never realized that, but that's interesting. Okay, so I think I already asked it for the DynamoDB table. And give me a Terraform script to create an IAM user that I can use to access the DynamoDB table. Okay, it's giving me the table all over again. That's not really what I wanted, but that's fine. Here we go. Cool. Nice, nice. All right, let's copy this. Cool, that's like exactly what I wanted. Whoops. I'll probably need to authenticate again, but let's take a look at what it generated so that we don't just randomly run stuff without knowing. I'm going to put the outputs in the outputs file. So dynamodb.tf. We will also have a DynamoDB user. There's a user policy that's going to be attached to it, and the policy is that we allow batch get item, batch write item, delete item, get item, put item, query scan. Let's not do scan. I don't actually want it to be scan. Update item, and while we're at it, it's fine. We can leave it. So getting item is fine, putting item is fine. Query, that's good. Update, that's good. Okay. Everything else except for scan. Scan it's not good practice. We don't need it scans the entire database, all partitions, all hashes, all like every single record. Which if you have a large database, if you have a large table, like what we're going to do with a single table design, yeah, that's just not good practice. It's going to cost you money. It's going to be slower. Even if it doesn't match your filter, you will get charged. List tables. No, don't want that. And that's why you should read the code that it spits out. And then this is access key. An IAM access key, right? Yeah, that sounds fine. So we have this policy on the user. Create the user, create a policy, and create an access key. And here's the explanation again. Creates a table, 2 global secondary indexes. We create an IAM user, create a policy, allows access to the DynamoDB table. Yep. Grants permission for common operations, allows listing all DynamoDB tables. I don't actually want this. Because we only need to give it access to one table. It's not going to create a table. It just needs the one table. That's all. Access creates access key for the IAM user to programmatically access DynamoDB. Perfect. We need the output for the secret access key ID and the secret access key. Perfect. Note that the secret access key is marked as sensitive. Cool. Yeah, it is sensitive. And I'm going to show it on screen just because I'm planning to delete it. Yeah, let's run it. This is perfect. So typically you should keep these secret. I'm going to delete these afterwards, so by the time you see this, it's not going to work. So don't even try. So we're in this folder. I'm going to do terraform init. I don't really need to do that because I should already have all the stuff. But then, oh right, what I need to do is AWS. Oh, I need to log in. Man, Bitwarden is so nice. Okay, we're logged in. Now we can do terraform apply. Yeah. Main underscore, oh. That's funny. So this, yeah. This identifier should match up with this here. It's probably because I generated it 2 different times, but that's okay. Oh, wait. That's not okay. This is actually not what I want, because what's going to happen is it's going to delete the old one because, I mean, it's fine. It's going to delete that one because the key I gave it was main table like this. Camel case. Snake case? Camel case. Camel case. And because I changed the identifier, it's going to delete the old one and create the new one. That's actually fine. Because this is a development environment and there's nothing in the table. It already exists. Of course it already exists. I think I tried to delete it and create it at the same time. I should be logged in, right? No. I've had an issue where it took a really long time to log in, but it looks like it went through just fine. So that's good. So here's main table, 2 indexes. Nothing in there. It's on demand. Perfect. I feel like I want to change the name of it. That's also going to delete and recreate. I'm not going to do that now because that actually takes time and I don't actually care about the name right now. We can change that later. That's very minor. However, what is good is now we have the user. So I'll just copy that and we go back to Xcode. I would love it if I can put it directly here. But I don't think we can. I mean, I can say config. I'm pretty sure everyone who uses this puts it in the environment variables, so that's fine. I kind of didn't want to do that right now, but it's fine. Whoops. Let's copy this. I don't know what I'm supposed to do with this. So I guess I will just have to go directly here. So this is the other way you can go and get your IAM credentials. So there's a couple of different ways you can create accounts. If you want to do it for your own login account, you should probably use Identity Center. That's like kind of like a SSO way to do it and the recommended way to do it. IAM was like the original way to do it, and that's tied in with an AWS account. And it's fine, but there's a lot of downsides to it as well. For our purposes, I think it's perfect because we don't want to put it in SSO, and this will be limited to just, well, it's just programmatic access really. Here's the DynamoDB user. Let's click on that. Here's our policy that we specified, allowing DynamoDB access to only main table. And that's exactly what we want. So if anyone, if you guys got access to this user, because basically the credentials, which I'm about to show, if you get access to that, you actually won't be able to do much except for mess with this table, which could be bad if there's important stuff in that table, but right now there's not, so it's fine. Except, oh, what? Okay, there's something weird going on here. So like, after you create the access key, you can't actually get it anymore. You can only get it once. But what that means is, doesn't running it in Terraform make it pointless? What's the purpose of this? Oh. Yeah, I guess if you gave that like admin access, and someone got a hold of it, they can create more accounts, and then you're in trouble. All right, here you go. Provides an access key. This is a set of credentials. This is not really helpful. Okay, here's an idea. So when you use Terraform, it generates state. And right now I'm putting the state locally, and the state isn't really encrypted. So here's the state file, tf_state, and here's the outputs. Perfect. Look at that. Look at that. So I can just copy that, and we'll put it in here. There, and now we'll try it out. You think it's gonna work? So I mean, I guess that was a way to do it. Sure, why not? Oh, right. All right, here it goes. Let's go back to DynamoDB. Go back to our tables. Is it gonna work? Item count is 0. What happened? Put item. Validation exception. Okay. Almost. Okay, there was some weird stuff that I didn't think about, including we need PK. That's going to be a string of movie. Let's put the year here. We're basically making the year the unique identifier, which is kind of dumb, but whatever. SK, we always need an SK. Here, I have an idea of what to use, but I just want to double check. What do other people generally use? I mean, you can use like the same. It depends on how, so single table design, it's kind of interesting. Depending on how you want to query, you can set your SK to different things. Like you can say just like results. I'm just gonna say movie because why not? All right. Now do you think it'll work? Oh, success. Wrote 122 bytes to request body. I mean, it looks like it worked. Post path. And it started listening. That's exciting. All right, so then all we have to do is just hit refresh. And item count 0, nice. That's not quite what I was hoping for. Wait. Wait a second. What? What? Wait. I mean, I guess it's still 0 bytes. Oh, okay. So it updates the information approximately every 6 hours. So this hasn't updated yet. Okay. Hey. We have our record here. Nice. Oh, man. We're using Swift. Oh, okay. Oh, man. We have our database connected. Okay. Wow, that's exciting. Okay. Wow, I don't even know what to think anymore. I kinda can't believe that worked. Oh man. Oh my god, it works. This is great. All right, let's just start building out some new APIs, shall we? I should probably eventually delete all these dummy ones, but for now it's okay. You know, I saw something in Vapor. Let's ask ChatGPT to help, shall we? Don't need that. Here it is. Okay. I want to make APIs in my Swift Vapor. Why am I typing? I want to create APIs in my Swift Vapor backend. Give me a collection I can add to my routes for endpoints to create a to-do list app. Let's see what it spits out. So I really like ChatGPT for brainstorming like this. Oh man, it's interesting because it's giving me fluent models, which I don't really want to do right now, but I do want to use a route collection like this. So routes builder, get post group. What is this? What is this? Does that exist? Okay. Very interesting ChatGPT. I feel like I feel like ChatGPT hallucinated that. But that's fine. To-do controller. Let's do this. Let's just go with the flow for now. So in our controllers, we'll add a new file. Swift. It's not going to let me rename it. To-do. I mean, it does that. This is interesting. I don't really want to use Fluent yet. Can I just copy that out and see what happens? I'm going to add that back for now. I mean, I can at least rewrite the stuff inside. But for now, what I want to do is this. I'll take this too, put it into the routes, like so. So that will be my collection for to-do. I guess I should add Fluent. Somehow I feel like this is not going to work. I don't know what the convention is for migrations, what folder, how the name should be. I feel like other times you would put the date, like a timestamp, in the file so you know to run them in order. Also, what's the point of this? Okay, it's starting to take me in the wrong direction. At least that's what I feel like. Okay, let's not do this. Let's not do this. So yeah, we're going to ask ChatGPT to do it all without Fluent. That's not the one we're using, but whatever. Ooh, content. Fascinating. Create the to-do controller. Yeah, that. I like. Oh, wow. Why is it trying to scan? Please. Okay. So we'll delete that. We'll go to we don't really need these. Just gonna comment that out for now. Does this work? It's kind of funny how this is in the routes now. I feel like it shouldn't be, but that's okay. Is AWS client a thing? No. Does it need region? I thought it pulled region automatically. Okay, well, that's whatever. Let's do that. Okay, so we create the DynamoDB client, pass that into the to-do controller. This is interesting because we could potentially use dependency injection, but for now it's okay. To-do controller takes that in. It knows the table name is main table. Why did that get cut off? Probably copied it too early. Should we just run it? I don't like the scan, but it's fine. I don't have anything in the table. Scanning nothing is totally fine, but we will change that later. Okay, so I think the syntax is a little bit off. Let's see if it can fix itself. Okay, so I guess when you say grouped, it does probably like slash to-dos slash, or just slash to-dos. Yeah, slash to-dos slash to-do ID. Yeah, that makes sense. And then in this group, you can delete it, put it, get it. Yeah. And this looks like it's still broken. Okay. So here's how I feed it docs. I usually inspect this, go here. Yeah, this is the one I want. So I'm going to copy the HTML. And then go back to ChatGPT. And we're going to say to do is still broken. Here's the docs. And paste that HTML. It's probably pretty long. Whoops. A little bit too long. Okay, let's edit our response. Oh. So sometimes it still works even if I send it partially part of the docs. Like yeah, let's do this. It's a little bit frustrating, but wait, did I just do create table? Oh geez, that's even more frustrating. I have zero reason for giving it this doc. Hopefully there's an easier way to do this in the future. Okay, so I'm gonna give it delete first. And maybe I'll give it one more. Like query. Query's a solid one. And that's all I'm gonna give it because it might be too long. Nice. It's kind of annoying how it keeps on sending me like this and other unrelated stuff. I just wanted to fix to-do controller. Oh no. And it crashed. So much for 4.0 being faster. There we go. Yeah, that looks better. think that's good enough. Let's try it out. See if it compiles. That's kind of what I want here. Sendable, what? You can explicitly mark. Is that okay? I don't know. Ensure that are marked. Safe to be run concurrently. I mean, sure. Of non-sendable types, I'm assuming to-do controller is a non-sendable type right now, so we probably have to mark the class. Whoa. I'm just gonna Google this. I don't think ChatGPT knows. Oh. Okay. Maybe it does know. I think it's saying that DynamoDB client is not a sendable type. That's interesting. You ensure safe concurrent access and avoid issues with sendable. This approach makes method safe to run concurrently without requiring sendable on the instance method themselves. That should resolve warnings. I actually kind of agree with it now. Shoot. It's not completely ideal, but Oh no, I did the wrong thing. Okay, so it seems like these folders make it namespaced. I don't actually know how to access it. Okay, we're just gonna do that for now. I'll figure that out later. Sorry. Hello. Okay, so let's see. So we have the DynamoDB service. This needs to change. So let's just fix that for now. Fix. And it doesn't know. Okay, so we're gonna have to fix it ourselves. What is... I mean, I guess we can just do that. Models, DynamoDB. I don't think it... Does that work? Yeah, I didn't think so. Okay, this is gonna be annoying. Non-sendable type, scan output, returned by implicitly asynchronous, cannot cross actor boundary. So I haven't really dealt with actors in Swift much at all. Passing arguments, come on. Passing arguments of non-sendable type outside of actor-related context may introduce data races. Passing argument. Swift is really upping their concurrency game right now. But that means I think the AWS DynamoDB library has some work to do. They need to make that concurrent. Okay. What's the best way to do this? I mean, it's just a warning, so maybe we'll just run with it for now. What if we marked it as sendable? Okay, that's fine. So oh jeez. I should have probably just told it to fix it. Although ChatGPT is like acting really slow for some reason. Okay, here we go. It's like the same issue as before. That's not right at all. Okay, let's figure this out. So scan output. It's like the same problem that we had before. Okay, I'm not liking this. Let's undo. Let's get rid of this service. I don't think it's providing any value. Okay, we'll ignore those warnings for now. But we're going to fix this. Cool. It just wanted that to be before key, although it here. There we go. That looks a little bit nicer. This is not the proper way to fix it. Also, this could be better formatted. There we go. S cannot be used as an instance member. Do we do .self? Okay, let's take a look at the example here. And we'll go to... Actually, this is like the only place. I probably should have just gave it this as a documentation. Get. So we have get as item, that's to put it. What about query? Here we go. So in this one, it's also a get. Let's just do get item. Actually, let's fine, get item. So we do client.getItem. You get the output with item here, movie with item. So we'll go into movie with item is here. So you just do that. That's it. And then once you have that, then you can do case. Yeah. That's gross. Is that the best you can do? I mean, it kind of makes sense. All right, that's fine. It is what it is. Abort not found, and then oh. Okay, so check this out. Okay, and then the music just stopped. Let's do that again. Okay, so here is something unique in Swift. So I'm just saying we're going to have a title string, and then we're going to, this is like a switch statement kind of, but only for one case. We're doing a if let binding. I don't even know how to call this. We're doing a pattern matching to say the title attribute, make sure title attribute is this enumeration case here, .s. Swift has enums with associated values. So inside of the .s standing for string, if the attribute is a string type, there is an associated string with it. So I'm naming that title value. So I'm saying if it's a string type, then I'm going to take the value inside of it and assign that to this outer value here. Else we throw abort. Server error. Okay, and then I'm gonna tell ChatGPT. Okay. So I can fix the rest of the code. Here's my to-do controller I fixed. Get a bit, please fix the rest. Whoops. It's gonna be like, what is it trying to spit out? I didn't even give it the code yet. I see the issues. I will fix the get method and show that also. Okay. It's still making the same errors, which is unfortunate. Index. Oh man, and ChatGPT is reloading again because it's taking up so much memory. Let's see how much memory. Well, it just reloaded, so it's back down to half a gig. Earlier we were seeing like 4 gigs just in the browser. That's probably gonna climb. I'll leave that up. What? Fix. It just brought back the issues. You broke it again. You broke it. This is how it should work to get the values out. Let's see if it fixed it properly. Oh, wow. That's cleaner. I like it. That way I didn't need to do that weird to do it separately. I just put it together. Wow, that's great. Thank you. Yeah, oh my goodness, this is so much cleaner. Save that. Oh man, that's beautiful. Okay, let's see if it works. Let's run this. Whoa, it's building. I still don't like how it's doing scan, but the other stuff is a lot cleaner. I really like how it put the case statement inside of the guard. That's like exactly what I wanted. And let's see. Whoa, look, check it out. ChatGPT is up to 2.3 gigs already, and I just asked it one thing. It increased by 2 gigs just from one query. Is anyone not complaining about that? Okay, that's fine. Localhost, let's go to our server, 8080. It works. Now to our new routes, to-dos. Error, perfect. Is not, oh, right. That's funny. So earlier on, I was like, we should never do a scan. And this is what happens when you try to do a scan. I forgot about that. All right, let's tell ChatGPT to fix it. Did it restart again? Nope. Change index to use query. This assumes you want to query DynamoDB based on a specific partition key or other attribute. Yep, that's fine. Index, partition key. Missing PK inquiry parameters. I am gonna need to fix that again. Whoa, now ChatGPT is at 4 gigs. It's literally giving me 2 gigs every single time, which is insane. It doesn't look like it's doing anything. Why is it increasing by 2 gigs? This is why it's always running slow for me. Okay, let's do that and run it again. I actually don't want to take anything from the query string. Yeah, that's not gonna work. Well, actually, that's kind of returning something. All right, let's use Insomniac. I haven't actually thought about how this is gonna work in terms of like what the PK and SK should be. But for now, let's do this. For now, let's make PK movie for, oh, not movie, to do for every to do item. So all to-dos will be in the same partition. That's not exactly how I will want to do it in the end. I think ideally we'd probably make something like, I think I want the PK, the partition key, to be on the user, and the SK to be to do, and then the ID. That way we can query for all to-dos for a user, or something along those lines. If I can find Xcode. Also, we're at 6 gigabytes. Oh my god, no. Why does ChatGPT use so much memory? And of course, all the search results just talks about how ChatGPT can remember stuff about you, which is not what I was asking about. Okay. Let's ignore that. and go here, save this. All right, so for now, oh right, I need to restart the server. Yeah, there's nothing there. Perfect. That's actually what I was hoping for, because we are getting all to-dos and there's no to-do in the database. We can verify that by going directly to the AWS console, going back to main table, and then we only get movies 2000. So that's if we do the index. We can also create, delete, update, and it's cool because for the same functions can be used for individual to-dos. So we have get. Now let's post. Let's do post. So the way we will do post is inside of this, we will create a new HTTP request, move it down into the folder. Actually, here's a better idea. Let's actually group it together. There we go. Get index. I'll just call this index. Oh, jeez, come on. What was this? Post? Yeah. Post. So we will actually change this to a post. We'll copy this. And now we go back to the API index. We're going to go to create. Here. It will decode to do. To do is content, which is fine. We just need ID, title, and is completed. I kind of want ID to be generated, like a GUID or something. That's okay for now. For now, let's say in the body it's JSON, and we will have those three things. We'll say ID is blah, blow. What is the other thing? Title. The title will be do that. Or this. I'm saying something different than what I'm typing. I don't know why. But whatever. Is completed, and that will be false. Send. 200. Okay. So that means if we go back into DynamoDB, refresh, and we'll get 2. Here is the other to do blow. False, do this, and then year is only for movie. And here is our new DynamoDB record. Oh, man. I'm pretty excited about that. It's actually working. I can't believe it. Okay. Let's do another HTTP request. We're going to say get to do blow. And what that is it's just this. What? That's not right. That's not the ID. Okay, why is that broken? Well, that's because when we did index, oh, we can do index. We're getting the PK. Oh, ChatGPT. So the ID attribute currently is in the SK, but we actually should create I mean, I have specific ways that I want to do single table design, I believe that there should be another, like PAK and SK should be separated. There should be another field attribute for ID. I think that would be ideal. There you go. ID is blow now. That was supposed to be blah, but whatever. Do this so we can get. Here's the array of all the to-dos, and we can create another one. So here's a post. We could do blah. If I actually do blah, and ID is supposed to be more like a number or something, but that's fine. Do that. We'll create a new one. Blah. Do that. That's also false. Now if we go back to index, here's our two to-do items. Oh, it's beautiful. This is beautiful. Oh man, I'm excited. Okay. So we got index working for both all to-dos and individual to-dos. Post is working. One thing I haven't tested yet is put and get. So let's test that out. Put will do update and then delete. What did I say? It's delete. So that looks good. And then update. We can update the title or is completed. All of that looks fine. So let's do that. So we will create a new one. And we'll say update. Delete. So we're going to do this. Update, and update is a put, and in the body should be JSON, so we're going to get the same thing from post. Update, and then if we check here in update, it's actually only looking for title and is complete. It's kind of looking for it's going to get the updated to-do ID directly from the content because it's not doing this request.parameters.get. Which I think that's what it should do, but for now, that's fine. So like, for instance, I'm gonna say do that. Send 200 okay, that way when I do index, it says do that. And that's for blah. So update is fine for now, and then delete. We will do the same thing here, copy this, put that. Actually, you know what I should have done? Update, doesn't really matter, but here, let's set that to true. So now is do that is completed. If I run that, do that is true. We can also get blah, and then it will also be true. And the ID is broken still. What? I thought I fixed that. Huh? Okay, I never noticed this before, but how does that work? I guess there's a function called get. Here it is. Yeah. SK. Oh, ChatGPT. I mean, it's minimal. There we go. Now that's fixed. Now that's blah. And that's blow. And then, so that's to get a specific item. We've updated. We got the index. That's completed. That's not completed. And then finally delete. So what I want to do is delete blah. That's not deleting, that's getting. So you have to change the HTTP method to delete. Send that 204, no content. So now if we get the index, we only get below, and delete works. And that makes everything work. Okay. I think I'm pretty happy with where we're at. It's it can be better, but this is a good checkpoint, and I want to commit this. So let's do that, and then we'll call it a night, because I don't want to spend that long. I need to do some other stuff too. So let's do that. So here's source tree. Let's change package.swift. Let's add the updates to our to-do controller. Here's our to-do item. That's good. Configure. I actually don't really want that change. Nor do I want this entry point change. This can just completely get deleted. Routes. We need this. But there is one thing I want to change about routes. It would be nice if I don't have to specify the region. I think that's not ideal. Because if I do a multi-region design, it's going to be pulling it from different places. So we don't want this hard-coded. So I think I'll do... why don't I just do that? What? Does that work? Can you just make it async like that? Sure. Why not? Resolved region. Nice. I'm good with that. Yeah, that's good enough for now. Okay. Did I save it? Okay, so let's stage only this change. That's in configure. To do, we're adding the DynamoDB. Let's add the updates to DynamoDB. That's making sure that main table. Yeah, we changed the identifier there, and we're adding this IAM user. So that's good. I think I want to change the table name later. That's okay. Outputs is fine. We'll add that as well. This is temporary, so we don't need that. Routes. We are creating the DynamoDB client and registering the other one, so we need that. Configure, that's temporary, that's temporary. I commented that out because I need to replace the replace me. So that's fine, that's fine. Don't want to commit that right now. The Lambda function is fine. Okay, so one last time. Package resolved. Package, we're adding the Swift library so we can use AWS DynamoDB. That's good. Configure, we're making that await. Perfect. Routes, we're creating the to-do controller and registering it, which is perfect. Outputs, we're outputting the DynamoDB access key ID and the secret access key ID for the user. Perfect. We're creating the to-do controller. It's going to need some updates, but that's fine for now. To-do, we're creating the model. And again, that's fine for now. DynamoDB. Here is the Terraform for that. All right, this is perfect. So let's do our trick of making ChatGPT give me the commit message. So what we're going to do is go to the root and say git diff staged, pipe that into pb copy. Go back to, no, actually we'll go to ChatGPT, and it used so much memory that it restarted. It's back down to half a gig. Give me a git convention commit message for these changes. Let's see how much it jumps. So 400 to 700, 800. .2 gigs. 1.4. It's not even doing anything. It stopped. 1.4, okay. Add DynamoDB integration and CRUD operations for to-do items. Added that to top package and resolved. Yep. Create to-do controller, channel CRUD operations. Added to-do model for Vapor. Yep. Updated configure.swift and routes to register to. Yep. Added Terraform configuration to create DynamoDB table and IAM users with appropriate policies. Yep. Added outputs for access keys in Terraform. This is perfect. So let's copy this, put this here, and then actually I want to check one more thing. I think I'm just going to delete these. I don't really care for the comments here. So we don't need list tables, and I don't care that we have these comments. I don't want it to have scan permissions, and I don't care that it's commented, so I'm just going to clean it up. I think we can leave the same commit message. I just want to clean up the commit just a little bit. There you go. Add that back. Let's double check. Whoa. It's all free. It's freezing up. And it just crashed. Development. Ignore. Let's go to back here. Perfect. Yeah. Sounds good to me. Awesome. Okay. And the last thing that we do, so I am super happy with our progress. Good job, everyone. Here is, and here's our latest commit. Added DynamoDB integration. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. Good job, everyone. That's amazing. I'm excited. Everything's coming together. Okay, right. The last thing that you should do for development and for security purposes, because I did leak the secret keys. I did that on purpose because now we can go to infrastructure and say Terraform destroy. And what that's gonna do is inside of our AWS, I need to log in again. Okay, I'm logged in again. So I'm just going to run plan to make sure I'm still logged in. I think I got logged out. I'm not logged out. Okay, so we can still destroy. Okay, once again, in our DynamoDB, we have the stuff that we created, like this table, which has, it still says 0 items here. Really, it has 2 items here, blow and movie. Movie was just a test. But if you say Terraform destroy, then it will basically destroy everything that we said that we created, including the Cognito stuff from before and the serverless socket, WebSockets from API Gateway, and the table and IAM stuff that we created. So I'm going to say yes, and that destroys everything. So all of it's serverless. I didn't really need to destroy it, but it's just to make sure that we start from a clean slate every time. So resource destroyed. 23. Let's go back to tables. If we refresh this, check it out. Status unknown because it should be deleting. And if I go to IAM, 0 users because that user I created was deleted. So that's why I said I'm fine with leaking the ID and the keys because it's gone now. So even if you tried to use it, it's gone. It's too late. There's a couple of layers of protection there. One, we had the policy that only affects the, so that user can only touch DynamoDB, that specific table. So even if you tried to use it, all you can do is just add stuff to the table, which could be bad if you add a ton of stuff to the table or try to read from the table often, or if I had important information. But now the user's not even there. And let's see, DynamoDB, go back to tables. And the table's gone. I got nothing left. Clean slate. All right, that's it from me for today. It's getting late. It's almost midnight. Great progress. Super happy about that. Good job, everyone. Thanks for joining. I'm going to go eat, maybe play some games, and get ready for bed in general. Oh, man. Super happy about tonight. All right. That's it from me for tonight. I probably will be back tomorrow. The next step, I'll probably add some login functionality to this. So when you log in with different users, you actually have different to-do items. And then maybe we'll jump back to the front end to create a Swift UI view for the to-do structure. So it's slowly coming together there, which is really funny because now we're making a to-do app, even though this is a Pomodoro app, but it's just fine. So thanks for joining in, and I'll see you next time. Night, everyone.